Hey everybody, the Star Wars Cassian Andor series is coming to Disney+. There's a sizzle reel that came out at Disney's Investor Day that gave us a deeper behind-the-scenes look at this series. It's going to follow Diego Luna's character from Rogue One. He was a Rebel, we believe, Fulcrum agent. It was kind of like an espionage series that was set up there on the Rings of Kafrene. That could have been a whole series. We agree, and now so did Lucasfilm. Erik Voss here. I'm back with Screen Crush's Ryan Arey, Kim Truong, and Kristin Sanchez. We're going to talk about everything we know about this Cassian Andor series. It's going to be a 12-episode prequel series. 12 episodes is interesting. It means they got a lot of story to dive into. We learned that Mon Mothma is going to be back. Genevieve O'Reilly is coming back from Rogue One. She's going to be playing her role as the political leader of the whole Rebel Alliance. I assume going to be the Judi Dench M to Diego Luna's Bond character, right? Oh, Andor, what have you got yourself mixed into again? We got to see some concept art showing Cassian Andor and other rebels. It looked like they were planning some kind of mission to blow a dam. Which I love because I don't know about you guys, the recent episode of The Mandalorian, I thought Bill Burr was going to wreck that dam and flood that whole village. You can't blow up explosive crap on a dam and not have it gush water everywhere. A missed opportunity. Maybe they're saving that visual for this Cassian Andor series. Also in the shot, there is someone in an Imperial officer uniform standing right there, which maybe that's like a mole. They're gonna be like, all right, you're gonna be pretending to be Imperial and you're gonna go in there. And he's like, okay, great. This uniform used to have a dead guy in it, so it kind of stinks. But it also kind of shows maybe we're gonna see the very first time someone posed as an imp to go behind enemy lines, which is something they do in every Star Wars story now. But this could have been the first time it happens. That would have been fun. But I think what I'm most curious about are the ways it's going to tie into what we already know. So, like, we're watching The Mandalorian. They have Boba Fett and Ahsoka Tano showing up on there. There's going to be some connections and crossover between this Cassian Andor series and things we've already seen. So from you guys, I want to hear, what character storyline do you think from the extended Star Wars universe, things like Rebels or Clone Wars from Rogue One, the movie that's going to happen after this, the prequel movies, whatever. How do you think it's going to tie into the Cassian Andor series? What is it going to be? How is it going to connect? Kristin, what do you think?
Here's what I think. I really think that they are going to take a dark turn with this series. So a lot of our Star Wars world is in this like place of like PG-13 where we all feel very comfortable and everyone's included and it's great. But we haven't really had a like R series that is Star Wars yet. And this, I know, go with me here. Maybe it's not gonna happen, but it's what I want. So we're gonna play with it. Okay, so we're going to get like this like real dark, gritty series, because in that like big speech that he gives right before they go and they do like everything that happens in Rogue One and like all of that, they have that like moment where he's backed up by all of those people that are like, we've done some shit for the rebellion. Like we have made some bad choices. And like at the end of this series, like I want to question the validity of the rebellion. I want to question why it happened. And like I want everyone to be like, oh my gosh, like who's really the right side of this because of all the decisions that they made. But I think that would be like really, really interesting. And I would like to see that. And I think it would be great to have those characters all come from like originally Rogue One and be in that series. And like maybe he goes on a couple of missions and we see those people again, but like, yeah, that's what I want. I want a dark series, I want a gritty series, and I want it now.
No, yeah, I mean, what you're describing, Kristin, is like exactly what I think we all felt after Rogue One. You know, that kind of sense of the fog of war, mixed morality. That like these people are terrorists, if you think about it. I mean, they're terrorists with a good cause, you know, bringing down space Nazis. But the things they're doing, like Cassian Andor in that scene on the Rings of Kafrene, he kills a guy or he gets a guy killed. And it's implied that he's done a lot of that. Absolutely, I want the series to explore that darkness of the Rebel Alliance aren't always these shining war heroes and these freedom fighters. They've done some dark things in the name of that freedom. So I think that's definitely a theme we'll explore.
They're the good guys, but like how good are they really?
Yum! Thanks to Bang Energy for sponsoring this video. Every can of Bang is 16 ounces. It contains 300 milligrams of caffeine. Whoa. It's sugar-free and it has 0 calories, yet it tastes really good. Bang! There are over 20 different flavors to choose from. One of those great flavors is cotton candy. Do you know what cotton candy is? It's just a cloud of sweet. This is what it tastes like if that cloud were to just rain a sip in your mouth. That sip turns into a carnival that keeps you moving on all day long. Check out Bang on Instagram. You can get 25% off your order at bangenergy.com when you use the code NewRockstars25. There you can buy cans of Bang Energy, including their sweet tea, keto coffee flavors, Bankster Berry, purple guava pear, Star Blast, Pina Colada. There's all kinds of great flavors. You can also get clothing, fitness supplements, all kinds of stuff to be your best Bang self. Thanks again to Bang Energy for sponsoring this video. Get 25% off at bangenergy.com using the code NewRockstars25. Kim, I want to hear from you. How do you think this is going to look? What are going to be the characters, the storylines from the other series we've seen that tie in? What specific characters or storylines?
So I was like nodding and pointing the whole time when Kristin was talking because I think we're beating around the same bush. But what I love about The Mandalorian is this real exploration of good versus evil and how those lines blur. And in an improv class, one of my teachers said there are no true villains and there are no true heroes. And I want to see the exploration of that in the Andor series through my boy, Saw Gerrera, played by Forrest Whitaker. Yes. I want to see his beef with the Alliance. I want to see his extreme militant tactics. I want to see what breaks him, like what makes him toe this line, because he has got to be an antagonist, I think, to Cassian in the Alliance's efforts in a big way. And how far will that antagonist, the role of his antagonist, go? I want to see that so bad. It's prime. Like, it feels like Rogue One. Well, funny enough, when I watched Rogue One, I was so depressed at the end because all I kept thinking was, I'm never going to see these characters again. And I love them so much. Yeah. And then the series came out and I was like, hooray. So, of course, naturally, I'm like, you better bring my boy Saw Gerrera back, because clearly he dies at the end of Rogue One. Not the end of Rogue One, but in Rogue One. And I want to see him. I want to see him crumble. I want to see him go from what may have been a hero to now a villain.
Yeah, a villain, or at least a thorn in the paw of the whole Rebel Alliance. He's over there on Jedha now. He's just leading that group, and they're kind of like taking things their own way. Boy, do I want to see Borgullet. He better bring that. I want to know more about that weird squid thing that forces you to tell the truth and tortures you.
Yes.
That was a thing. That was a sex thing. I know it was a sex thing. I want to know what they were really using Borgullet for, because that
Kristin,
thing was
maybe you'll get your
cool.
R-rated. This is your R-rated show that we're gonna get.
Series!
This is what we
it's
want,
all
and I'm not gonna
content.
lie. I want that too.
All of a sudden, reading our minds.
If The Hobbit can do it, if The Lord of the Rings can do it, why not Star Wars? Come on, Disney.
You know, Tony Gilroy's like, we're not cutting the Borgullet stuff. I know there's a bunch of dicks on this thing, but we're leaving them in. You can't tell me to do it. They're like, wait, dicks? That brings it to NC-17. He's like, I know, fine. Add another dick. It's like, he's like a referee in like a high school basketball game. He's like, give him another foul shot. And another one. Okay, put another dick in there. You want to keep going?
One more
That's a third dick for you.
Anything about this dick, we are adding 3 more dicks.
I'm with you.
Or no, it's like the small town judge that like Judge Morty's like, all right, fine, 2 more dicks.
Exactly. The punishment.
This video brought to you by Blue Chew.
Never have blue balls again with Blue Chew.
All right, Ryan, bring us back to sanity. But Ryan, who do you think is going to be the other character who ties in with this series?
Okay, there's one character from Clone Wars and Rebels. Every time they're ever on the screen, it makes the episode. They're a lot of fun. I'm always like, anytime when Rebels came out, I was like, I really hope they go back and show this character, and that's Hondo Ohnaka, the Pirate King from Clone Wars. I love Hondo. Yeah. He's the kind of guy who just loves being bad. He's always having a good time. He's a little bit of an anti-hero, but he's always like angling for profit. And we see him in Clone Wars. He's still doing fine. Then in Rebels, he's destitute. We never find out how. So I don't know exactly when this is going to take place in a court, like this series is going to fall in the timeline. But I would love to see like the downfall of Hondo or him trying to scrape his way back. Because I think that these early days of the Rebel Alliance, like you're talking about how they're basically terrorists, they're not necessarily going to be enemies with the Hutts and the gangsters. And a lot of the times they're going to be using them. And that's going to, like those moral lines you guys are talking about, that's where those are going to come up. Like, okay, we're going to use the Hutts and these other gangsters to accomplish, but the ends justify the means. And then you can have Hondo in there. And if you're going to take Solo into it, we can see what happens to Kira if they can get Emilia Clarke to come back. I mean, I don't think they're going to make a Solo sequel. So Hondo can just lead the charge of all these rogue characters into the Cassian series. I would love that.
Yeah, I love that. Hondo is really cool, and like he is one of these figures from the animated series where it's like, can we please get this guy in live action? And yeah, now we finally have. If it's not Cassian Andor series, it's got to be Kenobi. We get him in one of these two, and to tie in some of these Solo things. Kenobi. Yeah. The all that stuff from Solo. I mean, Solo is such a weird movie, but man, to get in Crimson Dawn to potentially bring in Maul and Kira in this, that could be really, really cool. I feel like Maul would be more likely to come up in the Kenobi series than Cassian Andor, which is dealing with stuff like, weird alliances you have to make, which Hondo is like perfect for that. I think that's a great direction this could go. But we want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments below what you want to see this series being. Like, do you want it to be more James Bond? Do you want it to be more like Jason Bourne espionage? How many people do you want to see him kill? How bloody do you want it to be? Do you want it to be a hard R? Probably not on Disney Plus, though it does sound like Disney is carving out a little section on this platform that could be for more mature content. Is that where this is going to go? What kind of missions, what kind of details left over from Rebels and Clone Wars do you want to see? Comment down below. But a big thank you to all of our guests here, Ryan Arey, Kim Truong, Kristin Sanchez. Follow all of them on their respective social medias. It's been a wonderful episode going deep into the Star Wars universe with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the Rogue Theory podcast feed so that you can get early episodes of all this stuff. Stay tuned to the New Rockstars YouTube channel for this and other shows. Follow me at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars on all social media. And yeah, subscribe to us here at New Rockstars. And we'll see you next time, everyone. Stay safe out there. Bye.